You want to use AI to create a lesson plan on, let's say, the history of flight, right? A basic prompt might be create a lesson plan on the history of flight. But a well-crafted prompt might be something like design an engaging lesson plan on the history of flight for, let's say, high school students. Include interactive activities, multimedia elements, and a focus on the scientific principles of aerodynamics.
Wow, that second prompt is so much more specific, so much more detailed. I can see how that would give the AI like a much better understanding of what you're actually looking for.
Exactly. Exactly. It's about providing the AI with the context and guidance it needs to produce the best possible results. The more specific and clear your prompt is, the more likely you are to get what you want.
So how do we actually get better at this? Is it something you can learn from a textbook, or is it more of like an art?
Well, there are definitely resources available that can teach you the fundamentals of prompt engineering. But like any skill, it's developed through practice and experimentation.
So it's about trying different approaches, seeing what works, and refining our prompts based on the AI's output.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't be afraid to play around with different prompts, to experiment with different wording and structure. It's a process of trial and error, and the more you do it, the better you'll become at understanding how to communicate effectively with AI.
I'm starting to see how powerful this skill could be, not just for, teachers, but for anyone who works with AI. It's like learning a new language almost, the language of AI.
That's a great analogy. And as AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives, fluency in this language will become increasingly valuable.
Now, going back to those other skills, the ones that felt a bit overwhelming at first, how can we make them feel a bit more manageable?
I think it's helpful to break them down into smaller, more achievable steps. For example, with digital minimalism, you don't have to like go completely off the grid. Start by setting boundaries around your technology use. Maybe designate certain times of day as tech free, or create a dedicated workspace that's free from digital distractions.
Those are really practical tips that anyone can implement. It's about taking like few steps that gradually shift our relationship with technology towards a more balanced and intentional one.
Exactly, yeah. And when it comes to AI literacy, don't feel like you need to become, an expert on deep learning overnight. Start by familiarizing yourself with basic concepts like machine learning and natural language processing. There are tons of free online resources that can help you with that.
It's about dipping our toes into the world of AI and gradually building our understanding. And as we become more comfortable with those, foundational concepts, we can start exploring more advanced topics.
Precisely. And remember, learning about AI shouldn't feel like a chore, right? It
No,
should be an exciting exploration of a rapidly evolving field that's transforming our world.
that's a great reminder. It's about approaching AI with curiosity and a sense of wonder, not fear or intimidation.
Exactly. And that same mindset applies to the other skills as well. Embrace the challenge, seek out resources and support, and remember that every step you take towards developing these skills is a step towards thriving in the AI age.
So it's not about becoming an AI expert overnight. It's about cultivating that mindset of continuous learning and growth.
Exactly. And with that mindset, you'll be well equipped to navigate the exciting and ever evolving landscape of AI.
Welcome back to the deep dive. It's time to wrap up our exploration of these 9 skills that can, help you stay ahead of the AI curve. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the future.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think it's easy to get caught up in the anxieties around AI, but focusing on these skills, it empowers us, right? It lets us take control to be active participants in shaping how this technology actually impacts our lives.
Absolutely. But let's get practical for a second. How can we actually start like incorporating these skills into our day-to-day lives?
Well, let's revisit that first skill, digital minimalism. Again, it's not about becoming a Luddite, right? It's about finding that balance. We talked about being intentional with technology use.
Right, right. Choosing when to actually leverage AI and when to maybe disconnect and engage directly with the world.
So in practice, that might mean setting aside time each day for focused work, completely tech-free, or maybe it's committing to activities that foster creativity and critical thinking, things that AI just, can't replicate.
Like having a good conversation, reading a book, getting lost in nature, those things really kind of recharge the human batteries in a way that scrolling through a feed just can't.
Exactly, yeah. Small changes to your routine can actually have a big impact on your well-being and your ability to thrive in an AI-driven world. It's about reclaiming agency over your time and attention.
Okay, so how about AI literacy? We discussed, why understanding the basics of AI is so important, but like where does one even begin?
Well, the good news is there are more resources available than ever before, right? You've got online courses, interactive tutorials, even YouTube channels that break down these complex AI concepts into like digestible pieces.
So we can start educating ourselves even if we don't have like a technical background. It's about demystifying AI and making it, accessible to everyone.
Absolutely, yeah. And as you learn, start observing how AI is being used in your own field. Read articles, attend webinars, engage in discussions about the potential and the challenges. This keeps you informed and helps you apply those foundational concepts to real world scenarios.
It's about becoming like an informed citizen of the AI age, able to critically assess its impact on your own work and life.
Exactly. The more we understand about AI, the less intimidating it becomes, and the better equipped we are to actually navigate its integration into society.
Now, this next skill, AI collaboration superpowers, that sounds like something you need, like hands-on experience to really develop.
You're absolutely right. The best way to master this is by, diving in and experimenting with different AI tools.
So don't be afraid to play around with new software, explore a different platform, and see how you can like weave AI into your existing workflows.
Exactly. And as you do that, pay attention to what works well. Where does AI genuinely boost your productivity or your creativity? Look for opportunities to automate those tedious tasks, to gain insights from data that would, take you hours to process manually.
It's about finding those sweet spots where AI amplifies your unique human skills, not replaces them.
And don't forget the power of community, right? Connect with colleagues, find online forums, share your experiences, and learn from others who are also, experimenting with AI collaboration. It's amazing what you can learn from each other.
Okay, now onto data fluency, which can feel, I think, daunting for those of us who don't consider ourselves naturally data driven.
Data can be intimidating, yeah. But fluency is a skill that can be built over time. Start by focusing on the data that's relevant to your work or your passions.
So if I'm a small business owner, I might start by analyzing like my sales data or website traffic. Or if I'm a musician, I might dive into, streaming statistics to see which songs are resonating with listeners.
Exactly, yeah. And there are tools that make this process so much easier. Platforms like Tableau or Power BI allow you to actually visualize data, to see the stories that are hidden within the numbers.
So instead of just staring at rows and columns in a spreadsheet, we can use these tools to see trends, patterns, and insights that might have otherwise been, missed.
Exactly. And as you get more comfortable, start asking questions of the data. What's the story it's telling? What are the implications? How can you use this information to make better decisions? Data fluency is about turning information into actionable knowledge.
And for those who want to go even deeper, there are courses and resources to level up your data analysis skills. It's an investment that pays dividends in an increasingly data-driven world.
For sure.
Now, AI troubleshooting and maintenance, that sounds pretty technical. Is this something everyone needs to like become an expert in?
It's true that this skill requires more specialized knowledge, yeah. But even if you're not the one coding the solutions, understanding how AI systems work and what can go wrong is crucial.
So even if we're not like AI mechanics, we need to be able to recognize when something's not right and know how to report it effectively.
Precisely. Familiarize yourself with the AI systems that you use regularly. Understand their limitations. And if you encounter unexpected behavior or errors, don't ignore them. Report them to the appropriate team so they can be, addressed.
It's about being a responsible user of AI, advocating for its ethical and reliable deployment. We all have a role to play in ensuring that AI is used safely and effectively.
That's a crucial point. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it needs to be used responsibly. We can't just blindly trust that it will always, work perfectly.
Okay, let's shift gears to those essential human skills we talked about. Strategic and cross-disciplinary thinking and adaptability and intellectual curiosity. These seem like qualities that are already highly valued in many professions.
They are, yeah. And their importance only grows in the AI age. Strategic thinking, it helps us align AI with our broader goals, ensuring that it's used to create value, not just for the sake of using technology.
So it's about having a vision for how AI can help us like solve problems and achieve our objectives rather than just implementing it because it's the shiny new thing.
Exactly, exactly. And cross-disciplinary thinking allows us to connect the dots between different fields, leading to more innovative and impactful solutions. If you can combine your expertise with insights from other disciplines, you have a real advantage.
So if I'm like a healthcare professional, I might look to data science or even like behavioral economics to find, new ways to improve patient care. It's about breaking down those silos and embracing a more holistic approach to problem solving.
Precisely. And underpinning both of those skills are adaptability and intellectual curiosity. The AI landscape is constantly evolving. Being open to new ideas, eager to learn and comfortable with change, those are essential traits.
It's about having a growth mindset, embracing challenges and constantly asking what if. That's how we unlock the true potential of AI.
And that brings us to the final set of skills, those essential psychological skills: empathy, emotional intelligence, and cognitive resilience. In a world increasingly shaped by technology, these human qualities become even more vital.
As AI gets, more sophisticated, it's easy to lose sight of the human element. So we need to make a conscious effort to cultivate these skills, to practice empathy by, considering the impact of AI on others, to develop emotional intelligence by managing our own responses to AI and to build cognitive resilience by embracing change and uncertainty.
These skills are essential for building trust, fostering collaboration, and making ethical decisions in an AI-driven world. They help us navigate the complexities of a future where humans and AI work side by side.
And finally, there's prompt engineering, which seems like it'll only become more valuable as AI language models become more powerful. It's about learning to speak the language of AI, crafting the perfect prompt to get the results we want.
It is a powerful skill. Start by experimenting with different AI language models, playing around with prompts and seeing what works. Pay attention to the wording, the structure, the level of detail. It's an iterative process, and the more you practice, the better you'll become at communicating effectively with AI.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the skills we need to not just survive but thrive in the AI age.
It's been a fascinating exploration, yeah. And what's most encouraging is that these skills they're for everyone, regardless of your profession or background. We can all benefit from developing them.
Absolutely. The future is not, something that happens to us. It's something we create. And by developing these skills, we can all play a part in shaping a future where AI is used for good, a future where technology enhances our lives and empowers us to reach our full potential.
So to our listeners, I encourage you to embrace the challenge. Be curious, be adaptable, and above all, be human. The future's in our hands.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.